Okay, what's up everybody? Welcome back to some more Age of Darkness Final Stand. In a very special setting, I'm on my own old PC and I want to see what we can actually do in this. It's going to be quite a challenge, partially for me, but also partially for the PC itself, because I'm pretty sure that it's not actually going to survive even the third Death Knight, probably, with all the amount of nightmares that's going to come our way, but we'll see. So, last time around, we did our first run at 8.8x nightmare difficulty, and this time around essentially I just want to get to Death Knight number 2 and survive Death Knight number 2, because that's where we died previously, unfortunately. But there was a ton of great information that you guys left me, and we also had a ton of great discussions in the comment section, which is always appreciated. Love reading through your thoughts. So I'm also going to reflect on those. And by the way, if you can't tell, I'm on a headset mic, so this might sound insane, but this is what I have here on this old setup. Excuse me. Okay, let's pop down a house, and remember, of course, that we can no longer remove houses and we can no longer remove buildings. Okay, so fantastic experience that last episode was, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. So first things first, the biggest thing that we kind of learned is we need to go for these quarry locations as fast as possible, simply because the veil, once it arrives every single night this time around, it will simply cover these locations. So I mean, you can technically get around that by building a house, and we could do that, but honestly I just want to pick it up normally, because I don't want to be putting buildings in locations that I might regret, considering that we can no longer sell them, which is also one of the new things. Now, I asked around, and as I mentioned, we had some good discussions in the comment section, and apparently, like, the widest consensus is around the fact that, for example, when the veil gets revealed before the Death Knights, that's not actually a bug. No one could really confirm it, that it's actually the case, that that was an intentional game mechanic or something. But, I mean, if that's gonna happen again, then we can kind of assume that that's not a bug that's been there for ages, and it's actually something that is intentional. And I mean, it makes sense, because unless you memorize the Death Knight locations, then really for the final stand you have no way of telling where they're gonna come from, even if you have never built a watchtower during that game or during that round. You still don't really have the opportunity to to figure out where they come from, because you have only 2 watchtowers that you can build, right? So if you have 2 watchtowers, then okay, maybe you can quote-unquote scan 2 locations, but that's about it. And this is about it as well. 13 wood, super shit. So yeah, if that's actually intentional, then hell yeah. If it's not intentional, doesn't matter, because we're gonna be using that regardless, and go from there. Identify the Death Knight waves that way, which is kind of, I mean, it's kind of similar. I think I misspoke, or it just wasn't too obvious what I wanted to get at last time around. But yes, there was. I just lost the pikeman. Yuck. But yes, the Death Knight waves actually appear during the Death Knights, every time. So that's not really tied to a difficulty. But what was special is the fact that the Death Knight path revealed before we even got to the Death Knight wave itself, right? So as soon as the last veil disappeared during a normal night, or after a normal night, or while it was disappearing after a night, is when we actually got the reveal of the Death Knight path, and that piece is the one that's actually special in that sense, that hasn't happened before. So that was essentially what I was trying to get at last time around. Otherwise, it's obvious. Yes, during the Death Knight you can see the Death Knight path, where it's gonna come from, and you have a, well, depending on how far the crystal is, you can actually prepare for that. And you can see the same thing happening to us a lot of times. You know, during all my nightmare level runs, is I usually prepare literally the last moment with my defenses. Because normally you have time. Yes, you might run into unlucky situations where the crystal is so close to your base, and the path from the crystal to your base is actually not really the... So the biggest issue isn't the fact that how far the crystal is from your base, it's really the what path they're gonna take. How close is that to your base? Because if that is short, the path itself is quite short, then you won't really have time to build up your entire defense. But if it's relatively, I would say, normal, then you will absolutely have time to build up your defenses. So this is kind of what I mean is, you know, we have the whale appearing this time around because we have one of the hardships. So every night it returns, and essentially when the last day pops, then one of these paths lit up, just as if the Death Knight were approaching. And I mean, it is approaching, of course, but it was interesting to see. Okay, so I kind of like the idea that we were able to put down 2 of these quarries, which is, as I mentioned earlier, that was one of the biggest conclusions of the previous run, is we need to go for those very quickly. The second topic, I completely forgot. So while we are waiting around and literally doing nothing, I'm just gonna pop open my comment section. And also I'm gonna pray to the recording gods that I'm recording, because I don't have a second monitor here, so I have no idea whether I pressed recording or I just wanted to press recording. Kind of a scuffed video already. Imagine us winning this time around. It's gonna be like the shittiest Age of Darkness video of all time. Okay. So, yes, that's the crystal. Oh yeah, oh yes, huge topic. So, one of the things that cost us the previous round was, I had assumed that all the Death Knights, or all the extra fissures that are going to project the Death Knight waves, are going to be projecting the exact same waves, or sending exact same enemies to our location. So essentially duplicating and then tripling, quadrupling, so on and so forth, all the waves. But apparently that's not the case, and that's kind of confirmed by you guys, that that's actually not the case. Death Knight 1 wave will always be a Death Knight 1 wave in the subsequent, you know, fissure eruptions, and then the Death Knight 2 wave will always be the Death Knight 2 wave in the subsequent fissure eruptions. So in order to confirm that for reals, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to assume that that's actually the case. It's not that I don't believe you guys, it's just I want to see it for myself. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to take our Death Knight 1 defenders and we're just going to keep them there and see if they can hold off the first wave the second time, if that makes any sense. Okay, I checked and I'm indeed recording. Fantastic. So let's keep on rolling here. So pretty good spawn. Not that many trees, which is always concerning, but otherwise all the other things are pretty okay-ish. I'm just gonna keep moving. This is a good place, I think, to expand further on. So one of you also made the fantastic observation, which I kind of half made. That observation during reading through the hardships is the fact that we can cover an insane amount of ground now that we have 2 heroes, and that is absolutely the case. If you don't believe me, look at the minimap and then imagine that we are absolutely not going to be able to fill up all that area anytime soon. So that's still interesting to me. I don't want to ride on this topic too much, that the hardship that gives you both heroes, yes, level cap, that's 6, but still the fact that you get 2 heroes early on is insane. Like I don't have any other way I can describe it than it is insane. And I can imagine that it's even gonna be more insane when we get to heroes that are not specifically about tanking but rather dealing damage. And right off the bat, the Volatis duo comes to mind with Aurelia and what the hell is his name? The guy I always kill off accidentally, of course. Wow, that's insane. I don't even remember him. Vizargo, yes, okay. Like I said, this might be actually the worst fucking video, and knowing myself, this is actually what we're gonna win. So that's even insane, even more insane. But yeah, so the Vizargo Aurelia duo, just even thinking about that, that's gonna be crazy. If we get to that point. And as for when are we gonna get to that point, I don't know how much I wanna stick to the order. I think kind of what I want to do is, until I get back to shape in Age of Darkness and we get a general idea of what it is that we actually want to do, In terms of strategy for 8.8x, we're gonna stick with the order, just so we at least that doesn't have to change, you know, like going for the rebellion or the, especially the volatists. Volatists are clearly like the biggest difference in that case. So for the time being, I'm just gonna stick with the order, and then once you get like a general idea, and even if we cannot win, no worries, then we'll just switch it up and try some other factions as well, and then revisit the order later on. Because sure, we could stick with the order forever. Doesn't really matter, honestly. That's how we did the veteran run, right? Is that we stuck with the order until we finally won, and that was it. And then we switched up for horrific difficulty. We won with the rebellion first time. Well, not first time, but that was the first faction that we won with. Okay, so let's see what I want. What I want is gonna be a workshop very soon, so I'm not gonna spend any money. Okay. And we can keep clearing over here, but I don't really think that I want to expand in these locations. That had a lot of like tough enemies, which I really don't want to be messing around with. But at the same time, we have a ton of time, so I don't want to like, you know, sit around. I mean, if we can pop down, ooh, if we in 30 seconds we can clear this area, then we can actually pop down a quarry and have some vision. You know, I actually don't want to do that. That doesn't make any sense, popping that down over there. Putting this over here also doesn't really make sense, but we don't really have much of a choice. Okay, Merek and this dude come over here. Edwin, this dude without shield, but he's emboldened, so he's a badass. Can come over here, and that's actually good enough. So after Death Knight is when we should be paying attention to the Veil, whether the Death Knight path will actually be revealed once again. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be eyeballing. Man, I really hope you guys can understand or something. I know this is not even close to the studio mic, it's like a budget headset's microphone, so this is what we have, this is what we gotta work with. Actually, Edwin, by the way, doesn't actually need a helper. Edwin can easily hold his own. And also, I mean, technically Merek also doesn't need a helper, but he's really bad at dealing damage. That's why I like sending people next to him. Okay, we cannot build anything over there. We can probably... I mean, whether this is going to be the Death Knight path or not, I'm probably want to build a tower here regardless. I'm just going to put that down. Pop that down. Yes. Okay, let's do this and we can get some upgrades immediately. Now, one thing that we kind of want to... Ooh. That's pretty cool. Storage plus insane wood. Let's go. Kind of greedy. I always think that going with the storage before Death Knight number 1 is kind of a greedy move, but whatever. I think we should go with Lodges first and then Braced Walls. I'm pretty sure we're actually doing better than last time around. It's really difficult to tell while you're recording and non-stop talking to actually pay attention to what you did last time around, but I'm pretty sure that we are actually faster this time around. I mean, it's bound to happen. You know, I took a 3-month break, came back, I was dog shit, probably still dog shit, but not as dog shit as it was last time around when we did the first try of 8.8x. Okay, and this is actually good.
Our defenses are under attack.
Is it? Yes, it is. Yes, we cannot prepare this, but whatever. Okay, once we get the houses, we're actually doing pretty good on food, so we can upgrade a lot of things. How much would this be? 40 food? Not as good. I'm immediately gonna pop down a barracks just so we don't waste time later on. We kind of need to do a lot of things. That may have been loud, I apologize. So we kind of need to do a lot of things during the Veil's presence, while the shit is present, because until we get the fire sconce upgrade and we are able to move out with fire sconces, until then we are basically... Oh, wait, we need to watch out. Yes, and here it is again, look at that. That's gonna be the path. So it's gonna come from here, fuck yeah. Confirmed. Okay, so like I said, this wasn't actually the path, but it doesn't matter because we would need to hold this regardless. This, I'm gonna station a few units because, you know, we have the retired group of crawlers usually appearing in these random locations, so we're just gonna have to keep that in mind. Although this would be actually badass to push and get some farms going, but we can also get some farms going over here. Let's get... What should we get? Should we get the farm? No, here is actually the retired group. Okay. Sightseeing. Dead. That's what happens when you're sightseeing. Okay. So we can actually do this, because this is actually going to be the area that they're going to be pushing from, so that's good. And what do we need? Oh, we need population, of course. Okay, that's fine. About the population, let's build. Let's build a few pikemen, but it's actually more important to start building archers, because we're going to need the archers for the armor piercing or armor penetration against the Elite Nightmare, which technically, officially doesn't always appear, but let's face it, it is going to appear, and it is going to appear every single time, even though there's... Well, officially the tooltip said that there's a chance for it to appear, but seeing as the last time around it appeared all the time, I'm pretty sure that chance is actually either super high or it's not actually a chance, it's just that the tooltip is incorrect. Either of the two. I would really wonder if these guys didn't start aggroing, because this is going to be a perfect position to hold. Okay, I just want to take I don't want to trigger like the level 2s, because that would be horrible. Okay, perfect. So this is exactly what I wanted. So I think they're going to be pushing from the bottom, so I'm going to do like a little bit of tower defense, in the sense that they have to take a longer path around. No, we cannot fill that up. Okay, so here are going to be our 2 heroes holding this, and then we're simply going to put down 1 tower, 2 towers, so there's going to be 4 archers. I mean, going for 6 archers would be the best, let's be honest, but I don't think we'll be able to get that many archers going. That's going to be a whole lot of archers. We probably need 2 barracks for that to happen. Also, Edwin could probably use some refreshing, and also Merek, just to repair that shield up. Let's constantly build up some units. This location and that location is going to be not too good. Yeah, and this is even worse. We don't have that much extra gold, so not much we can do in that regard. The problem is, as soon as these guys will start shooting, that will trigger a whole bunch of units. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait around a little bit for to have more archers, essentially. Okay, now this pikeman is super required to be there, so I'm just gonna move this guy forward. Kind of bad that we lost that pikeman in the beginning. That was actually huge loss. Let's put this guy. Can we patrol? Yes, we can. Okay, so I'm just gonna patrol this area, because I don't have any other units to hold this with. And this is actually, yeah, this could essentially end up being a super waste, but whatever. Okay, so we can start shooting, target the strongest, get a few pikemen over here. Yes, this is kind of the aggroing what I was talking about. Would be extremely nice if these guys didn't actually broke their shields while we're holding against essentially something that doesn't matter. Okay.
Hey, send me to battle.
Good. A little bit of a dark spot over here, so we actually need to be careful to not rally our guys over there. Into it, to be more precise. Okay. I might drop another training call over there, just to hold them off. Let's see. Can we somehow squeeze in a training call? Enemies deal 25% extra damage to buildings. Well, look at that. If that ain't the worst shit to happen, then I don't know what is.
Eager and willing.
Yeah, that is actually super bad. Extra damage to buildings, so that means extra damage to our low walls, innocent low walls. Okay. Everything is being attacked, that doesn't matter, this kind of matters. And it looks like they're quite ambitious in attacking that, so I'm not entirely... Oh, they're very ambitious in attacking that. Okay. Maybe we can clear them out. Ooh, nice move. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't defended, so I technically I deserved that one. Can do these aren't level 2s, right? Nope. Okay. Maybe we don't want to be that close to the fight, guys. Okay. We can be a little bit close to the fight, just not that much. Okay, now we have a ton of archers who are probably gonna be horrified once they get over there. Okay, let's see if we can get over this. Oh, that hurt. Even watching that actually hurt. Okay, actually I'm not gonna run back, I don't care. If we're gonna lose this, then we're gonna lose this.
Defenses are under attack.
Because if we run back and come back, then that's gonna be like whole... It's gonna be a ton of time wasted. We don't even have towers for these guys. Interesting. Not busy enough. Okay, let's see if we can do a little bit of stunning. So this is why I said that it's actually more important to have archers for this, because they can easily take out the elite nightmare. So it doesn't really matter all that much if we have a ton of pikemen, because oh, these guys leveled up. Okay, perfect. So we can just micro out of the way, and then we can actually start attacking. Perfect. Okay, so this has been held, confirmed. Now what we need to do is actually rally some units into these locations, which are not defended at all. Okay. Are these part of the wave? Probably, yes. What's up? Okay, so this is what I meant, that they're just gonna start appearing from a ton of different locations. Yep, like this. We can immediately start attacking. Okay, so we need to work on food, pop down a farm, and we can just start working on food. What's up over here? Emboldened soldiers. Pretty amazing. Nothing to worry about. You can actually put down a fishing port. Bad fishing port. Even worse fishing port. Okay, then we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that just yet. Actually put down some food huts. Let's grab the crystal. Okay, we actually didn't have Fury 1. It was a mistake. We can actually build this back up. I probably want to do that immediately, so we can start producing some pikemen sooner. Okay, now we don't want to bring the soldiers. Soldiers are going to be good at holding these positions, but ultimately I don't want them to be part of the group that's actually pushing. Okay, let's do this. Let's take a peek just to make sure that nothing's over here, nothing's over there. Okay, by the way, this fishing port, 12, that's even going to be worse. Yeah, not really a good position for fish. Okay, yes, I'm hovering an insane amount of resources. It is what it is. I don't want to put that over there, actually.
Research complete.
Let's grab a few archers, push with them as well. Let's grab a ton of pikemen. Research complete, so that should be our farms. Yep. Farms ready to go. Actually, let's keep pushing in this position and see what we can find. We need to cover a lot of ground this time around, for sure. Oh, this is actually closed up, yep, and this is why I should be pushing in every direction, because this might end up happening. I think I'm gonna pop down a fishing port over here regardless.
Hey, don't touch the spear.
I'm just really desperate for food and cannot cross that. Okay, that's actually kind of good. So that means we can start. I think I'm gonna push down here simply because we have a ton of extra space over here. Up here I just want a little bit of wall pieces. I just remember that next time we actually have to defend there as well, so that's actually, that wasn't a good move. Wasn't a good move at all. Okay, let's push this and let's grab some more wood. Once we have enough population, for that we need, yep, we need a ton of food, which will come in from nothing because we don't have the population.
Research complete.
So let's actually do this and then do this, and now we're gonna have population. There's our population. Perfect. And we can just, well, there's our food, and now we're gonna have our population. Okay, 150. We're gonna grab momentum 2 very soon. And actually we're gonna need some more food. More wood, not food. The other thing. Okay, I mean, kinda need to upgrade these. Yeah, it's interesting that we're down on the wood. Normally that's what I have shit ton of. Okay, but that's okay. Let's clear this. Night approaching. Now unfortunately we still don't have enough resources for fire sconces, so we cannot really do anything with that. This is secured. I consider this secured. Yeah, let's put these guys over here, put some guys over here. 15 wood from that position. The problem is that can be sniped. 16 from... Okay, that's gonna be a little bit of a sacrifice.
Our buildings are under attack.
Here we go.
Okay,
The light
and
burns.
yeah, kind of a waste of in-game day. We can temporarily put that down over there. And actually put back some people over here. Next time around we will have enough for a fire sconce. Good news is that these positions are actually locked down now. We could... I mean, technically we don't need all these many archers to push this. Ooh, you know what would be advanced threats? Hold on a minute. Is having that shitty walls be up. No way, there's actually attacking. Yes, they are attacking. Okay, we kind of need to save that, so... What I'm gonna do is this. Let's fill this up, and then... Okay, 1 second. We're just getting some bad stuff happen to us.
Get on with it.
Okay, perfect. So what I was thinking is we're gonna let those walls be there. Just for the sake of defense, and then once we upgrade it, once we upgrade it to the better walls, it's actually going to be repaired. So we're like right now. That means we technically get like 1.5 strong walls out of that one, if that makes sense.
Our defenses are under attack.
That's not a problem. One tower can easily hold this, which is always amazing. Okay, we absolutely need that fishing port, so that's out of the question. And whether we'll save that, we'll absolutely save it. Momentum 2 going down. Or getting resources, I should say. So this is the exact configuration we had in Death Knight 1. And essentially what I said was we're gonna be replicating the same defense over there. For the Death Knight 2, which will send some units our way from the Death Knight 1 fishers. Okay, we can kind of clear this, or at least push this just a little bit, so cover some ground. Do we have some unupgraded stuff? Yes, we do. Okay.
A chance to prove myself.
We kinda need iron. I'm thinking, do we need iron?
I serve.
I mean, we don't necessarily need iron. We either need a bunch of archers, or we need iron to build arballists. That's like the two options that you have for Death Knight number 2. You don't necessarily need arbalists. Back in the day I was under the impression that you absolutely do need. You don't. You just need archers. A ton of. If you can get your hands on iron, like we are at the moment, because so far there hasn't been an iron deposit nearby. It's gonna be easier to push, that's for sure. Okay, that's probably gonna be another farm. I kind of want to push maybe that a little bit. Because here we have level 2 units, not really a fan of level 2 units. Let's research these just to save some time with that. Because I don't have to research that later on. Let's see what we get.
A master in the making.
I mean... bad, but okay. Okay, actually let's put down one more tower. Because ideally we would have had one more tower here. That would have been the best. Technically we can pull the same trick with the tower upgrade. That can also repair the tower. This will be way far off. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put down a few ballista towers over here, and then that's it. We're also gonna need the triage tent. Let's just queue this up, and you guys can just stay here for the time being, and we're gonna push this location. See if we can find some iron. Okay, you will go in there. Yes, we have a ton of things queued up, that's why we're doing pretty bad on gold, but we're gonna need all of those. It's not gonna be a problem, except if you want to build farms. Then it is gonna be a problem now. It's not gonna be a problem. But this is the priority, that whenever we get the chance to put down the workshop, or what is that even? Man, I don't even remember these buildings. That thing. Refined workshop, yep, it is a workshop. Then we can just pop it down. And for that, actually, we need... yeah, we need iron. That's why we need the iron.
Hey, don't touch the
Okay, you
spear.
guys join the pack. Stone is always good because we're gonna need a ton of archers. I'm pretty sure at this point we can confirm that we're gonna go the archer route. Simply because there's no way we can find a big enough iron deposit to be able to just build up that much iron or stack up on that much iron in the near future. So yeah, we're gonna go with the ton of archer approach. And like I said, the goal for this video really is, well, one, to test this old PC, whether it's able to record Age of Darkness, because then maybe I will be able to record some Age of Darkness during the weekends, and that would be actually amazing because I don't have to record before work. It's always stressing to do. Always feel like I'm constrained for time, because you know I am. Before work starts, I start recording and then
Send me to battle.
immediately cut it off. So yeah, this would be amazing. But the realer goal, the better goal, the actual goal is that whether we can survive Death Knight number 2. So far we have just
Complete.
met our previous record of surviving Death Knight number 1. Question is, can we survive Death Knight number 2? Let's go ahead and research this tower as well. Okay.
Make way.
So archer wise, I mean, a ton of gold still. Our stone income is actually pretty good. Happy about that. Oh, this will circle back around. Okay. Okay, let's just loot all those guys over here. Put a few people in here. Also good for vision and gold. These are perfect buildings. Okay, we need some better gold production. Let's go Death Knight number 2, guys. We need to do this. I mean, imagine if we're just taking these small steps. Like, just every video we're gonna be surviving one more Death Knight, then technically the 6th video we will finish the whole 8.8x thing. It's kind of ambitious. Boy, that hurt. Even looking at that actually hurt.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay, let's do a nice little half.
Tracking.
Okay, I'm very sorry, guys, that I led you into that shit.
Research complete.
Okay. Actually, more archer. Well, kind of pikemen as well, yes, but more like archers, yes. Also interested in building a ton of archers.
Don't touch the spear.
Because like I said, we need to replace the arbalest, which we cannot build because we haven't found a single iron deposit yet. Okay, you guys are unhorrified, so that's why we are extremely focusing on archers this time around. It's not the best, like I said, so it's definitely more optimal to get the arbalest, but a very strict condition for that, I think, is the fact that you find an iron deposit after like before even this where we're at right now. So like technically during the first day of the next iteration, or not next before Death Knight era. So that's why I said currently I think we are late to the party on that one. After that we must, so yeah, after Death Knight 2, for Death Knight 3 you must get iron for sure. But yeah, for Death Knight number 2 you can kind of survive. At least you can, yeah, I mean you can survive the normal nightmare difficulty. I'm not sure if you can actually survive the 8.8x thing where you need to hold 2 locations at once. Could turn out that that's not actually the case.
Archer ready.
Okay, can you guys go over here? Any kind of armor issue? Well, technically everyone has some armor issue. But let's just fall back with all these guys. Replenish everything except for the archers. Archers don't have armor. Okay, you guys can just hold this position.
Archer ready.
Ballista towers, maybe, last second. Man, what's with these shitty ass locations, man, for farms? Or fishing ports. Yeah, that's also the thing, right? Is that we cannot reposition the fishing ports. Okay, second night in. Okay, armor replenished. Hell yeah.
Ahead.
I mean, with these archers we can immediately just target the strongest. There's no point in for them to target the closest, because that's what the pikemen are for, and our 2 melee heroes. Okay, I just hope that's not gonna be attacked. I mean, if we want it to be extremely safe, then we could pop down a tower over there. Is that worth it? I think yes. Less headache, less bullshit.
Ready when you are.
Okay, let's grab 2
Research
archers.
complete.
I don't know what happened there.
Yes?
Okay, let's do this. And by the way, I think this is making us some gold. Yep. Okay, good. So let's push this because it's actually going to circle back, which means that we gotta be extremely careful, because that means we're going to be circling back to the previous Death Knight path. Which means
Very well.
we either push this... oh, are you kidding? It's all it took. That's all it took. A vision of like, I don't know how far that is in in-game distance, but holy shit, that's all it took for us to have iron. I know one of you guys said it
What do you want?
1,000 videos ago, that apparently in the path of the first Death Knight there's always iron. But there were a few occasions where that wasn't the case, so I thought that it was just high luck. But apparently, I mean, it could still be just luck, but yeah, this time around it was definitely the case. So I apologize for not believing you, legend. Okay, whatever. Well, we're not gonna go for that, definitely. At this point, it's better just to commit to classic units.
Aye.
So that's just, yeah, that's just level 1 units. I mean, it makes sense that they're just level 1 units. And look at that, we have a spearman right next to that position. So I think that was a good move to actually do that. Now this, since so that is going to be the path of the first Death Knight, that's for sure confirmed.
Got
We still don't know
something
the
for me?
path of the second Death Knight, so after the night that comes after this, we actually need to be super careful. Or not careful, we just need to be really aware to spot that the illuminated veil. Actually, we should probably put down some more storage. Preferably not take away, preferably not take away from the farms. We have a ton of space. Problem on point now. I mean, this could be a location for the next Death Knight, so that's why I want to leave it clear, relatively clear. This doubling. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna double both of the wood income. That's nice, and it's also gonna be a nice little storage capability. So, like I said, we are going to be upgrading these just to repair them. That's how we're gonna repair these buildings. Simply just upgrade them. And for our test, as I mentioned, technically we don't need the swappies, so we are going to keep this. Even if that's going to lose us the game, we're going to keep that, and we're also going to position some not this much spearmen. No, these are pikemen, because we didn't have this much pikemen during the first Death Knight, right? And I want this to be authentic.
Upgrade complete.
I don't know if I want to make the little change of actually... Yeah, I mean, we can seal this up because we know for a fact that we can get around the place. So I actually want to seal this up. And that's going to... let's do this. Okay. Maybe a few more pikemen, just because I like bending the rules. But overall this is good, and we need one more archer in there.
Upgrade complete.
And technically we could put more archers, but like I said, I want to test this. If it's actually the same. Because clearly if we kind of have enough the same amount of units as we had during the first Death Knight, and then this wave comes and suddenly we get absolutely trashed up here, then we can confirm that it's not exactly the same wave as it came during the first Death Knight, as the wave that came during the first Death Knight. But if that amount of units can hold this, which they should, plus there's some things that we cannot test, like for example during the previous Death Knight we didn't have the 2 momentum upgrades and the 2 fury upgrades, yes, but that's just even, I think that even pushes my point further, which is that if we can hold this with this amount of units, then clearly yes, the waves are the same. We can confirm that. And if we get trashed, then the waves are absolutely not the same, so next time around we need to work around that to have even more units stationed. Now this is not the illuminated whale that we're looking for. That's actually going to come in a little bit over a minute. Now the reason I'm not pushing out is because we have everything we need at this point. So regardless of whether they're going to be coming from this location up top.
Under attack.
Now that was a really dick move right there. That was ultra dick move. Okay. But yeah, you get the point. So they can come from this position That's scary. Why do the level 2 spitters look like the level 3 spitters? Or I just don't remember what the level 3 spitters look like. Mm-hmm. Can easily be the case. Let's grab this. This tower is perfect, and look at how much damage it's doing. Too bad you don't get anything for that, like XP or something. But yeah, so if this gets, if this will be illuminated, then even better. We can just build up a ton of stuff. Let's get even more archers. Like I said, you don't really want to go shitty with the archers if you're gonna go the archer route and not the arbalest route. So definitely don't go cheap on archers. Spare no expense. Okay, this is completely closed up. This is also a potential location. And plus it's gonna be revealed very soon, so that even means that we can even push that position where they're gonna come from. Now, if there's not gonna be a second illuminated location, then I assume that both of them are gonna come from the same position, right? Okay, let's see. Eyes out. Put down your phone. Look at the screen. When you're looking at this.
Archer ready.
Okay, clearly not this, clearly not this, clearly not this, clear. Oh fuck, it is actually both of them.
Moving out.
So about our test, to test if, okay, our test goes to shit with that little, that was probably the worst thing to happen, let's be honest. And it's even worse because if we build up a big ass location, big ass defense over here, then the problem is that we can't really build up this position. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just a stupid chain of thought. Now, one of them will come from the top and one of them will come from the left. The left will be our original crystal. I mean, this is just gonna be hell. There's gonna be so much shit thrown at us, it's gonna be insane. We can break the walls technically by igniting it, so it's not like we cannot break down this wall piece. But I think I want like a wider area of defense, honestly. Down here. Maybe in this, yeah, maybe in this angle. But that's just not enough. Okay, well our test is off,
Send me to battle.
and right now we just need to be preparing for this. Okay, I just want to see. I'm gonna do this, double walling into some ballista towers, because I don't want to take any chance. Okay, so once again the random tourist group coming from over there, and then just an insane amount of towers. We can put down a bunch of normal towers, we don't really need any other towers, but I mean, holy shit, 2 waves coming from this location. I don't even know what we need for this, honestly. I mean, at this point it's probably GG. I don't want to be negative, but I have no clue like how to hold the second Death Knight when 2 waves are coming from the same position. I no idea. This hasn't happened to us before, obviously. So, yep. This is the best idea I have right now, which is just to expand on our original idea of,
Aye.
well, hey, we're gonna have a ton of pikemen in the good position, at least, and we're gonna have a ton of firepower in the form of archers as well. But I just don't know if what will happen. We'll see. Okay, this looks like a final stand defense, right? That's what we, when we do like multiple layers of walls, and then maybe like a trench over here, which just annoys them.
What do you want?
Yeah, this is literally a final defense or final stand defense. What we have over here with this many archers and ballista towers and all that. Can we fit a ballista tower over there? No, because then all of our pikemen are lost.
Something for me.
Technically. This is insane. Of all the situations, they actually are going to come from the same location. But this is going to be epic regardless, right? Look at this row of pikemen. This is definitely going to be the thumbnail or something like this.
Ready to face the dark.
Okay. Insane that they would actually come from the same location. Okay, well the 2, no, actually it's better to keep the heroes over here close because they will get XP. I don't know if they will always only get XP if they're close to the battle, or just in general they will always get XP. That's actually something that I don't know. Which I probably should know at this point, but I don't. So if you do know that, do let me know in the comment. Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
I'm on it.
Okay, we have an archer over here. That's good. Where the... Okay, so these are here. I mean, I don't care that they don't have armor. Now this is gonna be insane. Sorry, that was probably too loud. I don't know.
Archer ready.
Yeah, this is... Wow. Let's see if we can even survive this. Oh, but this is actually exciting. I should be tryharding this, man. We should be here having fun like we did with the previous videos. Why am I here tryharding?
I'm ready.
I'm kind of tryharding because I cannot select my units. Damn it. Okay, these are level 2, so they are going to deal a little bit more damage. Now this is the hole right here. Okay, both ways, and actually both waves are gonna come from this location. But it's good that we actually kind of confirmed it. I mean, I'm gonna call this confirmed, that they are actually going to be coming from the same location, or this illuminated path is actually valid. So those towers cannot actually reach anything. So are these guys getting XP? Not really. They're not close enough. Maybe that's the case. Now you know what's crazy is that both locations can send elite nightmares. No, they're actually not getting any XP at all. And it looks like the PC is dying. So like I said in the beginning, the real question isn't whether we can survive. The real question is, can this poor PC survive? This is a very old PC. This is actually the first PC that I've built myself. So it wasn't ordered, completed. Quite a bit of good memories. But it's not really optimal for this kind of stuff. I'm actually gonna build the fire sconce. They're already breaking through. Okay, they're very much breaking through. And they're targeting the pikemen, which is annoying. Okay, wow. Pretty bad. Oh yeah, because they have the extra, whatever, 25% against, yep. It makes sense that they're gonna be dealing with a ton of damage this way. Okay, we might need to throw ourselves in. Oh boy. This is it. The moment of truth. We lost all of our pikemen, by the way. Okay, 400 left. Is this, man, the 25% extra damage against buildings, that was insane. Okay, now Edwin also has his AoE ability, and I cannot believe it. Holy shit, we did it, guys. New record. Second Death Knight survived, both fissures coming from the same location. They absolutely shit on our walls. That 25% extra damage, I don't even know how we can survive that later on. So there's a guy stuck over there. Okay, that's good, because that means we have some time to actually replenish our forces. We're gonna need some... Okay, first of all, let's see if... Okay, they're gonna be attacking from that location. Yeah, we're gonna be expanding in that position for sure. Okay, well... Ho-ho. We survived, I cannot believe it. I am so happy about that. The problem is this is still the old location where we have damn iron. Okay, so from here on out, it's completely unknown territory for us. No idea what is gonna be like the best play from this point on. Okay, I mean, we should probably bring all these archers. I mean, we have so many archers. It doesn't make any sense to not bring them. But I really want to push on the other location because that's going to be super easy for us. Yeah, so this is the path that the second took. Shadow Crusher and once again an Elite Nightmare. Both of them had Elite Nightmare, so like I said, I don't think that we should ever be playing around not having Elite Nightmares during these waves. It's just not going to happen. Quite possibly.
I stand prepared.
Okay, damn you, there's a lot of things over here. Okay, let's build a farm. We need food desperately because that's what's keeping us from building a ton of pikemen. We're getting crazy amount of gold income, that's for sure. Pretty interesting path that they actually took. It's gonna be nice to defend. Holy shit, it's way too many forces. Okay, let's... if we're gonna commit to this position, then we can pop down triage, then no problem. Kinda have to commit to this position because this is so far the only position that has iron.
Adventure awaits.
Okay. And whatever we build here, we gotta be mindful that that's gonna be part of the next wave defense. So still, based on our theory, and we can actually build up this location as well, because it makes no sense not to. Okay, so this left-hand side path that we're currently clearing, this was the original Death Knight 1 path, so we can still do a little experiment. And then the other location, this was the Death Knight 2 path. And then whether Death Knight 3 is gonna come from, no clue. Are these level 3s? No. Yes. Okay, so this is level 1 and level 2. But this is a nice position. This is a nice chokehold to hold. Nice chokehold to hold. Yes. Okay. Well, the problem is we cannot rely on like temporary defenses, right? We need to build this up like this is actually going to be our defense later on. And we can burn down the walls, sure. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna need some towers over here. Or should we just... we don't have population. Sheesh. I mean, at this point we can burn all that shit down, just in case we need to go around that. Okay, so that is going to be kind of defended. That is also going to be defended. We just need to keep in mind what's gonna happen. I am just going to leave a few archers over there.
Tracking.
I kind of wanted a few more archers, let's be honest. Like this many archers. Nope, not happening because they're getting body blocked. This is horrible. Yeah, this is horrible. Okay. Let's grab all these units, and this is actually what I want to be clearing. And we can start clearing because we have enough for fire sconces. Okay, well, like I said, we gotta prepare this like it's gonna be a Death Knight defense, because, well, it is gonna be a Death Knight defense.
Got something for me?
So that means more towers in here. Maybe these walls aren't even gonna be enough. And then here we're gonna have some pikemen, or, I mean, siege equipment would be the best at this point, let's face it.
Yes.
Maybe a second ballista tower. Or second ballista tower on the other side, I'm not sure. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Super. What is that music? Don't play that music, please. It's gonna freak me out. Why is there... that has to be a bug.
Our
Wow, bro.
buildings are under attack.
Okay, finally the towers are up. And the ballista tower is also up. This isn't a problem. That up there is a huge problem. Okay, maybe we can save it. Well, so much for pushing. Yeah, this is new. Let's actually see what we can see. This is for the fire sconce, probably for the best. Because that's gonna be our defensive line. Okay, let's see. A trade bazaar. And we need to pop down the refined workshop once we have the opportunity to do so.
Got something for me?
Okay, yeah, definitely one of the like craziest things right now is that we need to anticipate that this is actually going to be a defensive line. I mean, this, or maybe not. And technically we could still be pushing this out further, so that anticipation is probably not even valid. So I'm imagining a row of pikemen or a row of something, and then behind it we're gonna have some towers. I'm just gonna pop down one tower, just so we can place these two archers in for some armor penetration. That's gonna be it. These are just level 1s, exactly. Okay, perfect. We can push that for some food. Okay. Too bad we cannot sell these, but that's the whole point of not being able to sell buildings. Let's just sneak these guys in here, level 2s. Okay, don't be too ambitious. Okay, slowly but surely we're getting the iron. No.
Research complete.
Same bitch. Okay. Nice. We can split these forces up. A little bit of micro magic. Elite Nightmare discovered. I don't like the sound of that. Daybreak approaching, that's much better. And let's just do this, and this, and this. Okay, leveled up. Onward indeed, because we don't have time. Ooh, is this actually... Yes, it is. It's completely locked down. Perfect. Just target fire those. This attack moving isn't going to be working when you're surrounded so many people. Okay, so that's going to be cleared. Perfect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be our defensive line, regardless of what happens. So let's just... Let's not. Let's not. Actually, let's not. Because I don't want to build that. Because I want to be building the better walls. The better walls over there, yep. Okay, can we squeeze in two? No, and probably doesn't even make sense. What would make sense is actually building...
What now?
Well, no, let's wait for some food and build some houses. Okay, and here we have this location. It's probably going to circle back down here. Probably, I don't know, maybe not. Okay, pretty good amount of units. I mean, this isn't going to be a defensive line, that's for sure, so we can just repair our armor this way. Okay. Yeah, it actually wasn't a good idea on my end to pre-build or pre-state where we're gonna have our defensive line, because it may not be the case. And then this is just a waste of resources, right? Because who's saying that in the next 3 in-game days we're not going to be pushing this further or this further, right? We don't know that. So that was a mistake already. That's good to keep in mind. I'll try to keep that in mind, because that's not like the most obvious thing to keep in mind. But yeah, we essentially want to follow the Death Knight 1 preparation, which is simply prepare everything when either it's like 100% obvious or at the last second. Right? Because this, like I said, this could turn into complete waste. This wall piece is already a waste, so that we knew. That's that's confirmed. There is a waste because for Death Knight. No, that's not. No, that's not actually a waste. Or not necessarily a waste. Okay, so what I mean by that is I forgot that that's going to be Death Knight number 1. Except if Death Knight number 3 is going to come from that position as well, then it is going to be a waste.
What's the hold up?
If that makes sense. But if that's just going to be Death Knight number 1, then it's not going to be a waste, because Death Knight number 1 is still going to have a hard time beating through level 2 walls, braced walls. So in that case we're good. But if the third wave also comes from that position, then we are screwed. I don't think we actually need people in the triage tent, simply because we don't want to use the triage tent to actually heal our units. We just need it to repair the armor. Okay, these are level 2s. I'm not sure if it's the graphics settings. By the way, I'm running on the lowest graphics possible for the PC reasons, and I'm not sure if it's because of that I cannot distinguish level 2 and level 3 units. It was the same with the spitter. I no clue which one that was. Okay, so this is... I mean, this would be a fantastic defensive line, so I don't want to build that up. Grabbing the 17 wood, that's actually going to be worth it, regardless. Let's grab all the soldiers, because they're not an integral part of our pushing. Okay, good enough. Now, can we finally... No, we cannot, because we need more population. Okay, let's put down some more houses, and we can also build up this location, because this is ours, for sure. And then just keep pushing, and... Okay, so there was something about Elite Nightmares as well. One of the hardships, I just don't remember what it is.
As you wish.
And not, I don't mean the one that says Elite Nightmares might appear during Death Knight. That's not the one. There was something else about Elite Nightmares, I just don't remember what. Oh, and that's a Wraith. Wraith is... Well, considering that we have 2 heroes who can actually tank, maybe Wraith isn't the worst thing to happen.
Very well.
The only problem is that whole location is not illuminated. I mean, we could just lose all of our army right now by doing this. Holy fuck. Or we just lose one of our damn heroes. That would be equally as bad. We need to take out the spitter. It's causing a whole lot of headache. Yeah, so the problem is that these guys aren't doing any kind of armor piercing. I mean, the normal archers. So technically this is not the same situation. Oh fuck. Nope. No fucking just yet. So we did clear it, but at what cost? Cost of literally our entire army. That's questionable. I mean, at least we have this entire location right now. Which isn't really going to do all that much, by the looks of it. Eh.
Eager and willing.
Yeah, I mean, that probably wasn't really worth it. Refined workshop. That's an ambitious refined workshop over there. Let's do it. Okay. Let's grab this fish. 2 fishing ports. Probably for the best. Okay, I'm just temporarily gonna put down dude over there. Okay, now this position is gonna be reinforced by a bunch of pikemen once they finally arrive. That's nice at least. You can put down a tower over there. 2 archers. How are we doing? 2 days in.
Scouting
Halfway through. Depending on how you want to look at it. Interesting. Getting interesting. Really depends on where the third wave is gonna come from. If it's gonna overlap with one of the other waves, then it's probably very bad. Oh my god. That's bugging out like crazy. You guys saw that? That was insane. Okay. I love these nightmares. Like, I don't actually want to attack him. You know, I'm just looking around here in the forest. I'm just having a good time. I don't really want to attack anyone. I don't. But eventually it does get close enough to attack.
What now?
Sneaky little shits. Okay. This is nice. Very nice actually. 23, even nicer. Oh my lord, we have so many things.
Hey, don't
Oh my god, and we have so much iron. Yeah, because we weren't focusing on iron. We have a ton of iron. Okay, let's do a little bit of microing with these guys. Let's have the spitter focus on Edwin. Edwin and Merek, probably. Okay, let's spam this. So down is a perfect spot for a fire sconce, and this might actually be the border between level 2s and level 3s.
Buildings are under attack.
Our buildings are under attack, and look, here it is. No, it's the it's the retired guy's crew. Okay. I don't know what the
send me to battle.
purpose of this is. Like this level 1 crew of random crawlers coming your way.
Ready.
It's so weird. Probably wasn't even the best place for a fire sconce. Yeah, this is much better. Plus we can even surround it. Screw with them a little bit. Oops. Okay. Well, that is definitely level 1 spitter. There is no way that level 3 spitter. There is no way that's not a level 3 spitter. Yep. Okay. I don't think that we want to be pushing any further because this is a fantastic location to be in. Very cozy. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be pushing this position. That's for sure. Absolutely.
Eager and willing.
This is going to be a perfect spot to hold regardless of what happens. Now the only question is, by the way, is there any other ways that we can push out? Oh yeah, there's a ton of other locations. Okay. So, what I mentioned previously is that we kind of want to build up this location, that it's good as a temporary defense, but it can also be expanded to be an actual Death Knight defense as well. So you kind of go like brain dead. I mean, 2 ballista towers, regardless of what happens, should be a good play. And then definitely we're gonna need some towers in the middle, right? That's kind of obvious that all of our defenses have those.
Here we go again.
Okay, fish are going crazy. Night is approaching. Okay, there's the fish.
I am busy, you know.
Okay.
Research.
So we don't have a whole lot of food, that's for sure. But we're also not doing too bad on food. Okay, and let's build as many arbalists as we can. Probably only gonna be a few.
We stand.
Uh-oh, shit. Should we go in with Merek? It's a little bit ambitious, very much. That's our loose condition. Boop, okay.
Adventure awaits.
Well, the problem is there one more day. What are we going to use that one more day for? I think I'm going to push this position and push this position because these are... Or, this is definitely a tree line which can lead us over here, which only has level 1s. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be pushing. Okay, so like I said, we are definitely going to have towers in this location because we always have towers in these locations. This was not part of the plan to aggro half the universe. Nope, that wasn't the plan at all. That's being attacked, that's fine. Let's get some archers in there. Can we grab this? Not yet, and probably never will, because that is super expensive. Okay, one more thing is this. We need the super walls. Here we have the super gates. We don't need that. We need the super walls, which will cost us, I don't even remember, 10 iron. Iron is like irrelevant at this stage. They've stockpiled so much. 20 stone, that's gonna be... I mean, if we can actually get to this position by pushing over here, then that would even be good. Okay, let's put 2 archers in there. Nice.
What do you want?
Excuse me. Do we have a mute button on this? I think I do. Okay, whatever.
Born ready.
Okay, this is nice. 2 ballista towers.
With haste.
It's good. I'm not gonna say we're pumping out archers, but we are slowly making arbalists. Why did it queue up 2 in the same building? I never understood that. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be pushing this. Oh. Yeah, I need to get into the habit of remembering that we are actually going to have waves coming from these locations, so it's not like that's an option to actually set that up. Shit. Shit.
Hey, don't.
Yeah, that's gonna be a whole new mindset that we need to get into.
Alright, I'm moving.
Is it like, this is cute, but that's actually going to be a wave coming from over there. Okay, but still... Wait, how can we get there? What? No, never mind, I just don't have them.
Yes?
What happened over here? How did we lose the... Okay. I think I have an arbalist somewhere that's going to take an extremely bad path.
Your bidding?
Whatever. Let's come over here.
I go.
Down here, and let's start clearing this. Okay. So... this won't hurt, because this isn't going to be a defensive location.
We shall not
Can you guys start moving, or what? Don't tell me I blocked it, no. That's like my worst nightmare with this mode is, or with these hardships, is that if I block a location.
want something? Get on with it.
Because if you block, then there's no going back. Because you cannot sell buildings.
Delighted
Unless you
to.
block it with a wall, because you can still sell it. But other than that, you are toast. What would be amazing if this was actually closed up, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be. Although, when we started shooting at them, they didn't start going around. I'm not sure if that's an indication that this is closed up.
As you wish.
And look at the... nope. No, because these are level 2, so that means something will be over here. Or... no, these are level 2s, okay, not level 3s. There can do a little bit of spin magic. Well, I mean that... this is actually a good position, but I don't want to open up one more position to hold, so I'm just gonna do this. Do I want to set this up? I don't... I don't know if I want to do
Hey,
that.
send me to battle.
Let's get more of these guys. We needed this food, that's for sure.
Forward.
Just don't know how much defense I want to set over here, because the minimum amount of defense is definitely a tower at least, and the ballista tower, so like this. Which I guess I've already answered the question by putting it down. Okay, and then let's have 2 normal archers.
If you want something,
Where do we want to push? I think we want to push this position. Let's grab 1 archer.
What's the hold up?
Unselect all of you guys.
Silent.
Select this archer and this archer. Okay. Let's come down here. Let's fill up the tower when we have the chance to do so.
Target.
And let's push this. Or do we even want to push this? That's the real question.
At once.
In 6 population. Yeah, for 3 arbalists actually, because I have 3 barracks selected, so it accumulates all the resources required. So this is everything divided by 3 is going to be 1 arbalist. So that means 1 arbalist is 2 food and 2 population. So that means we can squeeze out a few more by putting down some houses. Holy moly! The floodgates. I mean, I'm not even sure if we don't need an army over there to hold this up, hold this off. Okay. I think we need to burn all this to have some AoE damage happening, although that doesn't do all that much against level 2 units by the looks of it. Okay, I think, like I said, I don't want to be negative about this, but I think this is going to be GG because, yeah, I don't know how to prepare for this at all.
take it easy. I'm going.
But we're going to do our best. First of all, no, that's going to be super expensive to get. I don't want to pick that up. So, this is level 1. Or this is Death Knight, no, Death Knight 1. Technically we can repair that, but I don't want to do that. How much would it be to... Oh, these are 10 a pop. Holy shit.
Honor and duty.
Okay, whatever. And then we're gonna put some more towers. Okay, so let's systematically start essentially preparing for the previous Death Knights. And then go from there. Okay, this is once again not the illumination that we are looking for. This is horrible. The end, I need to put down another ballista tower over there. That's actually horrible.
Master in the making.
And we might even need to go with better walls here as well. Okay, one thing at a time. So,
What do we kill first?
let's grab all of our units
Embers guide me.
and bring them over here. I'm pretty sure those are bursters. I mean, let's face it. That has to be bursters.
Ready when you are.
There's no way something just randomly takes out this much stuff. I just hope the spitter isn't gonna come our way. Okay.
Make way.
Yeah, we'll have a spot over here. Okay. Okay, let's see. So, this is gonna be 1. Wave number 1. Let's get some arbalists and immediately shit on that spitter. Okay, that's step number 1. And we can grab some normal archers because they don't actually cost anything.
Guide my weapon.
Okay, well, they broke through, but now we have 2 ballista
Your
towers.
command.
And this is probably gonna be taken out.
Yes, Your Grace.
Is only 1 shooting? Yes, it seems to be that was the case. Okay, so we can still do the test, kind of.
My eyes are yours.
Okay, and that arbalist went around, fantastic. So, we can still do the test. Let's put down 2 more towers. Everything focus on the strongest, and we are going to fill this up. Oh, this is actually filled up already, nice. Okay, so that means we just need to fill this up, and... Well, we don't need this much pikemen again.
Hey, don't touch the spear.
But yeah, I'm gonna do something like this, I think. I'm just gonna bring a few pikemen. Oh,
This
and
is
we gotta
gonna
be
fun.
focusing. Prepare your defenses. This, of all the places, this is actually gonna be Okay. Well, here we definitely need the biggest ones, right? Because we are going to be facing against multiple crushers, so that's not a question. Here we definitely need the biggest walls. These are not really positioned in a good position. Nice sentence, son. Okay, let's put down some... I mean, let's put down these towers and then we're just gonna fill this up with some more pikemen. At this point, we kind of need some impalers. We don't have impalers, whatever. That's why I said it's probably gonna be GG. Anyways, so...
Hey, send me to
let's get
battle.
back to the original thing. So this is going to be Death Knight number 1, and that is for sure because Death Knight number 2 came from this position. Now what does Death Knight number 2 have? Officially, it has a singular crusher, and now for us it has an elite nightmare, because every single wave had elite nightmares. So this also has elite nightmares, and it has a single crusher. Okay, now that has
Eager
some
and willing.
archers, and now since we don't have that many archers, I mean, we didn't have this many towers. I think we had like 4 towers. No, yeah, we had 4 towers initially. This is now 5 towers. Okay, whatever. I'll take it.
The light burns.
Now, Death Knight number 2. I don't fucking know, man. Let's just put down some towers, fill it up, and let's bring as many pike.
was
Oh,
born
not you
ready.
guys. You guys stay there. Stay there. Okay, can we like mass unselect? Is that a thing? No, that's not a thing. Okay, whatever. That's cool, no worries.
Gladly.
Okay, 2 layers of walls is a must-have. And yeah, we just need we need a ton of towers here already. So the problem is we need all of our
In
arbalists.
position.
I mean, we can get these archers over here. Nope.
What do we
Shit.
kill first?
Shit, I'm panicking. Okay. So let's get you guys with everyone else down here. Nope, down here. Okay. So let's do this. Actually, defenses are more important than units right now.
Ready when
So
you
let's
are.
just fill this up. Try and fill this up. And let's go. Oh, that would have been a nice position to put some towers in. This feels like
Aye.
every single time is literally a final stand. This is exactly what
Hey,
what it feels
don't
like.
touch the spear.
I don't think we need this many archers. I mean, we kind of do need this many archers. Shit.
What now?
We need a lot more archers down there. Okay, so this is gonna be at least 4. Maybe we're gonna build one more tower and you guys can come down here. Oh my lord. Once again, I got screwed by the pathing.
It will be done.
I mean, we probably won't even have enough time, so might as well take that path. Yep. Okay. Bro, this is horrible. What's happening right now?
Eager and willing.
No, please don't eat my guys. I hope all those arbalists didn't die, by the way.
The land trembles. Darkness is here.
Whew, this was bad. This was like super bad. Okay, you guys come up here. You guys come down here.
Right away.
Okay, so this is for sure gonna be a lose. But let's just see.
Well, this is
Let's just
gonna be fun.
finally be able to test what we wanted to test for ages now, which is that whether these waves are actually the same. That's all I want to know right now. I don't want to know anything else.
I'm ready.
I just want to see if those waves are the same. Because down here we don't have any defenses, so... And we're gonna need a ton more defenses down there. Usually Death Knight number 3 is an entire wall of... Well, 2 layers of walls that we have, but then... Well, first of all, we don't really get these malices. And then we need at least a row of towers with arbalists inside. Because we need insane armor penetration for these waves.
Yes?
Oh, these guys are still coming down here, okay.
Adventure
So yeah, armor piercing is, from this point on, is insanely the key. If that's even a sentence or that's even a phrase, but whatever. Okay, you guys just form up. I just want to see, like I said, that whether this is actually gonna be still the same wave, or is there gonna be some kind of a difference between the previous. But let's just see actually if these are actually just still level 1s. Indeed, they seem to be still level 1s. These are still Well, probably what usually comes from that position, when it normally comes from that position.
Your orders.
We actually don't even have towers, kick.
Got something for me.
It's not even the biggest problem right now. Holy moly. Okay, yeah, here we need a lot more people, plus ideally we need impalers as well, so it's not just that we need people in general, we need impalers, like bad. Because otherwise this isn't gonna work at all, regardless of whether you have hardships or not, this is just it will not going to work in general. Okay, now this also doesn't seem to be working. But this is definitely working, yeah, so this is definitely holding, absolutely. Okay, that's good info. This is just not enough. I think... I mean, technically we never have better walls for Death Knight number 2, so that's a little bit interesting. This clearly didn't hold. Yeah.
Our defenses are under attack.
And also we are lagging like crazy. Yeah, this held. This actually held without the pikeman, which is actually a challenge. I don't know if I want to spoil that just yet, but that's an episode I want to do. Yeah, this was bare bones. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I mean it's okay-ish, I guess. Can probably unload these guys, but I'm pretty sure we cannot hold like third wave because they are very close. They are very close over here. This is pointless. I just... Okay, but yeah, this was absolutely the first wave, and we didn't even need pikemen for that. This was absolutely the second wave. I mean, kind of feels like it was the second wave. It's really difficult to tell, actually. But I mean, sure, why wouldn't it be the second wave if the other one was the first wave? Okay.
Keep is under attack.
Yep, it is under attack, and it's gonna go down very quickly. Okay. So, we did get a record. Second Death Knight survived. Third Death Knight, we needed more people. We needed a lot more people at the third wave for sure. But we finally confirmed that the first two waves are going to be the same, which is good. The second wave could use a little bit of love for sure. Okay, yeah. I completely forgot that we need siege. I'll be honest. Yeah, impalers were absolute. Impalers are the king because they have a lot of knockback. We all have 66 units. I feel like we lost several thousand, at least. But okay, yeah, so I feel like we're getting back into it. Yep, definitely. Next time around, Impalers. A lot more Arbalists in the third Fissure location. First two Fissures, I would say that we kind of have them. We have them covered. Plus, if I didn't do this test and just put a few Arbalists for the second wave path, then it would have been a lot cleaner, but we survived those. Those weren't actually the problem. Plus, I wonder if we exchange, like, you know, the basic walls and the braced walls to the iron walls, the best walls, then they probably can't even get inside because they can't even breach that. That would be actually interesting to see, because otherwise you have no way of actually checking that out. What would happen if we had the best walls during the first Death Knight? Very interesting. Yeah, I feel like we're on a good path for sure. Let me know what you think. Let me also know if you have any kind of observations. As always, I love reading through the comments. And for sure, if this recording actually works and it turns out that you guys can hear me and it didn't deafen you, then I can even record during the weekends, which would be kind of amazing for the reasons I mentioned earlier. But we'll see. This was amazing, still super fun. Expect a lot more of this, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, and do check out the Age of Empires videos. I know most of you guys are here for Age of Darkness, but trust me, Age of Empires is fun as hell. Okay, thank you.